When guests pull up a chair, though, to your holiday table, you can add a personal touch with place cards, but not just any old cards. Nope, we're going to show you how to dip dye your way to some one-of-a-kind designs.
Yeah, that's right. And Hallmark designer Alyssa Johnson is here. And this seems like so much fun. I mean, you've got all of the paint here. My biggest question is, do we have to be creative to do this?
Not at all. It's really easy. It's simple, and it's also really fun. So you don't have to be super creative. You can get your hands a little messy and have some fun.
Okay, and if somebody didn't know what dip dye was, can you hold that up so we can get a good idea of what we're looking at?
So it looks like it's been dipped into the paint. It has different tones of color flowing through it. Really trendy, really cute.
And I love that you have really picked those colors of fall. It looks beautiful.
Yes.
Hopefully, hopefully I'll get in on the action. It'll look as good as that. So
yes.
We're starting here with a blank
card.
card?
So this is just watercolor paper you can get at your craft store. And this is, we're using gouache today, but you can also use watercolors. And we're gonna use a lot of water. So if you wanna grab your brush, kind of dip your in in there, get this paint really wet.
Oh.
And you can also mix these colors. So if you stick with warm colors, yellows, orange, reds, you can mix them together to get different tones and flows of color. So
that's amazing.
And then
now,
we're gonna.
You mentioned watercolor paper. I don't even know what that is. How's that different?
Yeah, it's a thicker paper. It's really gonna absorb the liquid.
Oh, okay.
And that's what gives you kind of that flowy water look.
Okay, so we got our paint already.
Yes.
Now where would you go from here?
So I would say just kind of douse your paper here with water.
Okay. And so mine might be a little bit thick there, so we're gonna add a little more water to get that.
If you're getting like a lot of solid, just add more water, and you can go, halfway up the card, 2/3, however you want. And if you want more saturated color, you can add in, and you can see that it kind of bleeds into the water. The color does.
See, mine's just looking like an orange swatch. I love doing these DIY projects with the Hallmark artists who are so amazing.
And you see how the water kind of pools on there? You can kind of like move it around.
I'm just trying to dab the water on there now. Okay.
Float on. You got some flows. There you go.
Can you help me out a bit here? We can get some
of that.
Okay.
Here, I can also just add a little bit more water so you can have some pink flow in there.
That's beautiful.
Kind of have it kind of dripping off.
Okay,
so we have this nice
water's
tray
our
so we don't
friend
get too,
here.
Yeah, water's our friend. And we have this nice tray so we don't get too messy.
Okay.
So yeah, there you go.
And if you were doing this at home, would you say go with watercolors, go with a specific type of paint?
Yes, watercolor on watercolor paper will do best. It doesn't have to be any expensive, fancy brands, just whatever you can find in your craft store.
Okay. And I've added some pink into the mix there, so it's feeling like it's kind of blending a little bit better.
Very full.
Okay, now what do we do from here?
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and sit these here. So you're gonna want them to dry for at least 24 hours.
Okay.
Because that water really absorbs into the paper. And when we do our lettering, we don't want it to bleed. So I have some dried.
Okay, wonderful.
And
this is such a pretty shade. This was like literally made from that orange paint?
Yes, I think it was maybe the yellow and the orange mixed together.
Wonderful.
And you can see what you can find in your craft store. They might have some like more earthy yellows and stuff that you can mix together.
Okay. So we got the pen here. Now this is what's going to make us look like pros.
Yeah, so this is a brush pen. So it has kind of a flexible end on it, but you can use a Sharpie, whatever you have at home. And really, I say embrace your natural handwriting. I say just kind of go for it, and I think your friends will just appreciate the thoughtfulness you put behind it. Is that
possibly because your natural handwriting is perfect over here? I was like, how did you get it so wonderful?
You can also write in a pencil first and trace over it if that's going to help you.
Okay, so can we go ahead and write this now? Okay. Well, I think I'm going to invite one of our producers to dinner here. We'll start.
And then you can get as fancy as you want. You can practice first before you go onto your watercolor paper.
What about this?
That looks pretty good.
We're inviting to dinner. We're inviting Dante. Too bad I started the D a little bit flat, but I don't have much practice with the Ds.
Yeah, creativity. It looks creative.
Oh my gosh. Alyssa, thank you so much for all these great ideas and walking us through this fun DIY process. We appreciate it. Bill?